Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I'm here with just a quick, fun little project, and I thought I would share it with you. And I thought working with a little fabric would be a great idea because I'm waiting to do something and I want to tell you guys about it, and I needed something to pass the time while I wait before I can leave. So what are we going to need for today's project? We're going to need some fabric scraps. So I have some bigger fabric scraps here. I have some ribbon and some lace, some little denim pieces. And then I have a few little embellishments that I just gathered about that were in a few different places. Now here's what we're going to be making, which is not something probably new to all of you. But we're just going to make some little dangly clusters with just mismatches of things that we have available to us. But we are going to use something a little bit different to make these. And it's something that I have had and used for many applications. But I don't think I've ever showed this on camera. And it is this. This is a tagging machine. You would see this if you worked in a retail store where you would tag your clothing or other set items. I have several of these. This one I just picked up and I liked it because it came with a lot of replacement needles and they do break and you have to order them, but this had a whole pack of them. So I am just going to play and I'm going to pop some of these together and I will show you a couple of different ways that you can use these. So let's go ahead and get started. This will be for our finished product. Now, last week I did quite a few of these in very rapido. It didn't take me but a minute to put a bunch of these together. I didn't realize these were all like little pocket things. Maybe I don't want to use these because I can use them as actual pockets on a page. Like this one's a pocket. This is a little pocket that somebody made. They must have been going to stuff with something because they're open on the end, but we could use those for something else. So we won't use those for that. But let's just go ahead and throw a few of these down. Now, these I know are from my friend Carol. You know why how? You know why how I know that? Because you see those little dots in there? She sent me a huge amount of fabric, and they were long strips on a great big book ring, and that's how she attached them. So that's how I know they're from her. And ooh, there's two different ones. These are perfect, Carol. And I think just because I have a couple, man, that was the most crooked cutting ever. All right, so all I'm going to do is just kind of put these willy-nilly together. Now, the first way I'm just going to show you to do this is simply by just putting your fabric on there. Let's see. We have a little ticket that's purple. We'll stick that on there too. And just call that good for this one. And then you just press this through your layers like that. And you push on the handle. And it puts it together. Right? Easy, peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's see what else I've got in here. I don't have a ton of different goodies to put in here, but just a few little things. And then they're ready to go on your page. However, now I'm just making them like this instead of stapling to get them together or whatever. However, what you can do is, like, for example, I have this other little project I was working on. I have a bunch of packaging that I just got, and so I was just covering them. And I have this one that's not one of those. But let's just do this one up really quick, and then I'll show you how you can use this on one of these. Now, perhaps I would use this to fill with, oh, I'm getting glue everywhere, and I took off my little mat. Let's see. I'm going to move that over so it's not, that pink line is not right there. Perhaps I would use this to make a little notebook. You know, put some papers in between it. Right now, I'm not going to do that because I don't have those supplies out. Although it wouldn't be very hard for me to do, I can tell you. And we're just going to create a little cluster that kind of matches this little pretty. There we go. Now, I'm going to get out. This is not very dry, so normally I would wait until it was a little more, get that drawer open, a little more dry. But we're going to go for it. And I'm just going to put this punch right about where this one is already. I could round the corners if I want, but I'm not going to. And now we're just going to find some colors that will work for this. So this orange will be cute. Oh, here's this pretty little yellow. That together they don't necessarily go that well, but those two do. Let's see if we can find some. Oh, here, look at this one. That one's perfect. Now, what I can do is take a few of these little pieces. How about we rip instead of... Is maybe I would just make my little notebook. Say the notebook was completed. Pretend along with me, will you please? And we would just put this together. I want that little guy to... Okay, that's all in there together. And maybe we'll put a... well, let's see. I have this little tiny little home tag. We'll stick that on there. And maybe you just want to attach it right here. Now, if the notebook was all together, you could then put it through the entire thing. But you could put it on something like that. You could also... Hang on, let's grab a journal. I'm one of the 19 that are sitting over here that need to be done. And yes, you heard me correctly. I said 19. Let's just grab little Bopsy twins. And let's make something to go on the side of a page. I'll find a page here. Well, this is wallpaper. It might look kind of cute there. Let's try this one. And let me grab my book. So let's find some colors that match. All right. This would be pretty. So we're just throwing some out here. All right, so let me tell you the story. Oh, this would be cute. A little chunk of that. Just a tiny little snippy. Snippy dippy do. And there's some red. This was one of those pockets. So I'll tell you what I am waiting to do. I am waiting. Every year I've shared this with you before. Each year, the Quilters Guild has a garage sale, if you will. And after that garage sale, they donate all of their leftovers to the thrift store. That is my favorite, my go-to thrift store. And I know that they just had the sale. Just not, it might have been a week or maybe not 2 weeks ago. There we go. We're just going to do that right here. So I went last Friday, Thursday, I don't remember. Last week I went. And as I was checking out, and they didn't have anything ready. There you go. That's all there is to it. Bada bing, bada boom. So if you find one of these in the wild, pick it up because they are very, very handy to have. So we're just going to keep making some more of them. And now you got a couple. I mean, that's just 2 ways you can use these. I mean, there's a plethora of ways you can use them. So when I was in there last week, because I was hoping that they would have all of the stuff out, they had nothing. So when I checked out, I was talking to the book lady, as she likes to be called. She's the one that's her favorite thing to do is put all the books out. And she's an employee. She's not a volunteer. But at any rate, I said, oh, I was really hopeful that you had that the donations were out or had come in from the guild, and she said, "Oh, they're here." She said, "But we haven't processed them all." So she said, "Come back next week. They'll be out, and they'll probably put it on their Facebook page." Well, I checked this morning. They're not. It's not out. So I'm just gonna go, and I might go every day this week until they put it out. So that is what I'm going to be doing for all of you today, because I, my friends, do not need any more fabric. However, I know you love it, and I love searching for it for you. So I am going to do that in just a little bit. But they don't open until 10 a.m., so I need to be patient, and this seemed to be a good way for me to pass the time. But look how many of these we can just whip out. I'm telling you, it's just like crazy. This is an old piece of, and you can make them as big or as, oh, that's not going to work, as small as you want. And I am not neat about this. Like, I'm just cutting them. I don't care if they're straight, if they're not. I really like this bow. You can make them like little fabric flips if you want. I want to use this bow somehow. Let's get a little tag here. And you can just whip out a ton of these. Oh, here are these too. Well, those are all red, I think. No, they're not. Here's a little green one. This might be cute around here. Or maybe both. Why not? All right. There's that one. So let's make it done. Well, you know what I want to do? I want to make sure I get through that. So let's put... Yikes. I can get through the paper. There we go. Ow, that one hurt. Done. Okay. And let's see what else we got. Oh gosh, that's cute. See, this is where I haven't even really used any lace right now. The lace is supposed to go over there. Oh, this little ribbon. It's just a chunk of burning love. Might work. Let's do this. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Now, I could be very disappointed today and go and they won't even have them out. But that's okay. I'm just going to go check really quick, and then if not, I'll come back another day. This blue might look nice on it. I need some pinky color. Let's see, do I have? No. And no. Ooh, what about this little? Little piece of that, maybe, just to break that up. Perfect. Perfect. I want this to kind of hang out a little bit. Let me move that over a little bit. And all you need to do is make sure you get through all the layers that they are attached, and you're done. Cute. All right. Let's see if there's some purple. More purple. Purple. I don't have much for purple. I've got this. It doesn't even, well, do I have any purple ribbon? Oh, I have tiny, look at how little that little chunk is. You know, lavender and purple is not one that I have a lot of in my stash. Ooh, here's some velvet. We could maybe glue that. Nah, we don't need to. Well, we could. Yeah, we could. Why not? We'll just glue it. On the side here. What do I have that might work? I have these little things. Stamps. This one might work. There we go. These are, I just used out of a, probably an old magazine. And again, we just want to make sure we get through all of them. And don't poke yourself, because that hurts. What's the problem here? Come on now, this should not be that difficult. Oh, I bet the lace is getting, yeah, the lace is getting popped through there. Okay, here, we'll go through right here. Oh, and by the way, I had a nail catastrophe yesterday when I was loading up stuff for Mother's Day. And so I got a little nail mishap. So please forgive me for not having my manicured nails. And my manicurist, Miss Demi Rose, she is going to be getting her wisdom teeth out tomorrow. So I don't think she'll be doing my nails anytime soon. So I need to find it. Well, unless she will do them today for me. That would be nice. But I don't know. She's all ready. She's got ice packs, face packs, packs for packs. I don't know. She's got it all. And she had a whole list of things she wanted to get for her recovery. Now, all 4 of the kids, Demi's the last that needed to have her wisdom teeth pulled. Rhea she got a little bit swollen when she had hers, but the rest of the kids, they did pretty good. They didn't have much swelling or any issues with that. So Demi's like, I don't want to have that. Her best friend had her wisdom teeth out, and she had a lot of swelling. But apparently that has something to do with if you hit a nerve when you're not when you hit a nerve, when the doctor, if the doctor hits a nerve when they're, which is totally normal, but, you know, they hope that they don't, because then there's less swelling. So there you have it. So that is what she is doing tomorrow. I should say. And the reason that we're not having a live sale. So Mama's going to be taking care of her baby until she feels better. And then I need to make another trip to Clear Lake and start working on some more projects. All right, let's see. Let's do some more. And we need to use some of this lace and this ribbon. Let's use some of this wrinkly ribbon. And what else? Oh, this is pretty. And I kind of like it, kind of like a banner-y kind of look to it. I think that looks kind of cute. Let's see. The red would look cool with this. So would a green. I could do... Oh, here's a green one. Keep this coupon. And of course, if you don't have one of these, you use something else. Use your glue. Use your stapler. It doesn't matter. I just want... Oops, that one might not have went through there. Did it? Yeah, it did. I just wanted to use this because I had it handy. Oh, you know what would have been cute on there is S is for smile. Can we put that on there too? Well, just, you know what? We'll just tack a piece of glue on that. So I think it probably took me, for all of those other ones that I showed you in advance, probably maybe 10 minutes to do all of those that I showed you. Of course, I can do a whole lot more when I'm not talking, right? But, so I encourage you. It's just a fast way to do it. I really love this. I think that would be cute with a little button. Maybe some little piece of, and no. I guess I could use another piece of this. No. Oh, this is cute. Some of this that I stamped on. Use a little chunk of that. I like it. So what have you all been up to? How was your Mother's Day for those of you who got a chance to celebrate it? I think I'm just going to leave this like that because I think a little, and pop it here, and then maybe we'll stick a button on it or something. I hope you had a great day. I had a fabulous, fabulous Mother's Day. So we all went and we grilled out at my mom and dad's, and a few days before Mother's Day, my dad rallied the troops, and he said, I've got a huge surprise for your mom. So my mom, when we were younger, like I was little, my brother said he doesn't really remember it, but we had, it was a 1963 Cadillac convertible. So it was a boat, navy blue, and we had it for many years. Our neighbors and had 2 kids. I've talked about Amy and Brett several times that lived next door to us. And Bob was a teacher, but he also managed a Shakey's Pizza back then, which was in Ames, Iowa, about 10 miles from our house. And I want to add one more thing on here. And so we would get in that thing back in the day, and we would we'd take it to movies, like drive-in theaters. We would take it to Shakey's and have a pizza party, and then drive home, with the top down and after dark. We thought, all of us kids thought that was really cool. Well, long story short, my dad ended up selling it at some point, and my mom has always wished that he hadn't. So fast forward many, many years later, he found, now this one's in 1965, a couple years newer. He found one for my mom, which is all a cool story too, through one of his buddies, and surprised her and bought it for her for Mother's Day. So he asked Demi and I to make a big sign. So we had a big banner, and we had it attached to the garage. So when the garage door came up, it said Happy Mother's Day. And Dave and Landon helped make it happen, and they helped paint it. And I'll put some pictures on my community page because it was really fun. And she had absolutely no clue whatsoever. So it was just a really, really fun day. We took it through the Ledges, which is the state park, and it was just, the grandkids all got hopped in it, and they drove it out to surprise her. My niece drove it. Yeah, it was just a really, really cool surprise. I said, I think this is my favorite Mother's Day, and I wasn't even the one getting the surprise. It was a beautiful day. The kids got me They got me flowers. Landon got me peonies. Dave got me a bouquet of flowers. And then they got me gifts, but the gift was not there yet. So they said, you got to wait. I said, okay. You know what? Why not use some of these little pages? Let's see if there's one that sort of matches. They're like little doily things. None of those. Or this would be cute too. Not lavatory. I don't think we need to use that. These are just some that I had. Kettle. Keyboard. How about keen? That seems good. So we had a really great day. I hope you guys all did too. Whether you are a birth mom, an adopted mom, someone who's a puppy mom, someone who is a mom, quasi-mom. I hope you had a great day. Or a daughter that's celebrating her mama. We had a fabulous day. There's all kinds of moms out there, aren't there? You know what else we could do too is we could make this into like a tab that goes over so that this I could glue down on top of it. But we could still tag it here so it's a little... Let's see what we got. Not that. Maybe just something simple. Oops, Demi's up. I don't know that she knows I'm doing a video. I did send him a text, but I don't know if she read it. We'll do one more, and then we will call this a video. And then hopefully, well, let's see what time it is. How much time do I have? 30 minutes. 30 minutes before I can go to... see if they have any goodies at the thrift store. Let's see if one of these will work. This would be really cute. Oh, I think these are maybe stickers. Ooh, what about this? There's a strawberry one. Did you guys see that? These could be stickers. That would look really cute on there, but let me make sure. I feel like they're stickers. Can I make it? And I think they're kind of that vellum-y sticker. Let's see what it looks like. It is a sticker. But could I make it work? No, I don't like that. Okay, so that didn't work. Here, let's see what this is. Oh, here's some little paper. And this is not a sticker. So that would work. We'll put this on the edge, just like that, and I want this to be up a little bit. So it's higher. That there, and that there. There we go. Come on. There you go. Now I can put that on as a little tab in the back. Perfect. All right. What else? Oh, I really like this. We did one of these already, but well, let's do another one. And let's use some of our lace and our rickrack and our... See, she must not have read. Or must not have seen the text. Hi, little puppies. I'm doing a video. What are you doing? Nothing. She says nothing. What are you doing? Did you eat your breakfast, little baby girl? Better go have some breakfast. I like that. All right, let's use... Do I have a blue? Man, I made a quick mess of this little basket, didn't I? Do I not have a blue? Oh, right here. I got one right here. And you know what else I think we're going to add to it? We're going to add one of my digitals. of the milked pugs. There we go. All right, let's see how many we managed to do. I'll clean that up in a minute. Let's get the glue over here. Put the lid on it before I forget. All right, just with using our one little tool, how many did we do? We shall see. 2, 3, 4, 5, oh my goodness, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We did 12 together. And then I have all of these. So there's 19. I wanted to show you on this one. Let me just show you how I did it. All I did is took, let's see if I can find 2 small ones. Well, I took them back to, I put 2 of them back to back because these, mine I printed on thinner. This one's thicker. Here, these 2 are thicker. And I just kind of overlap them a little bit. And then, ow, see what I'm saying? That hurt. Popped them through both of them. And then they just kind of hang down there like that. And then you can put everything else on the back of it. So there you go. Okay, 20. We made 20. All right, I hope you like that. Not really a tutorial, just something fun to try out. If you have one of these, give it a go. And until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be, and we will see you soon. Cheers.